everyone, it is Victoria Breezeforce here today, back again with another video for you guys. And in today's video, I will be doing my long-awaited, updated Rival Stars horse collection. So let's just jump right into this, shall we? Now we're going to start at the end, just so I can showcase my newest horses first, because you guys haven't seen them. So, first and foremost, I have these two horses. I really am excited to breed this horse, because I've seen some beautiful, foals come from it. Right now it's just in standby because I have too many horses. And then I also bought this one, which is kind of just in standby for now. But we have Acid Explosion, which I honestly really do like this coat color. That's kind of what I was trying to breed for. I mean, stats are okay. He's definitely very nice to look at. And then his pedigree is nearly perfect in my opinion. Because Ring of Fire, I recently just sold this horse, but he had that cool facial marking, and then he was a Blanket Appaloosa. So literally his family tree consists of all Blanket Appaloosas except Fever Dream, which we will get to, but I really do like his coat color, well, his pattern I should say. Then we have Coin Operated Thing, which I did not name him, but dude, I absolutely just love the look of this horse. Stats are decent, I mean nothing too crazy. But he's just absolutely stunning. He definitely is a good horse to give nice foals off of, because this, we'll get to Lion Venture. He has that coat pattern that we just looked at. And then we have almost all Blanket Appaloosas and then Fever Dream again. But honestly, I love this horse. I don't see myself ever selling this horse. He's stunning. Next up we have Heartthrob. Now he has all max stats but one, and then also bonus stats. His preferences are not my favorite, I will say, but he has a pretty unique facial marking that's kind of hard to breed in my opinion. I feel like this one's easier to get than this one is. But he also is the Blanket Appaloosa, and I love him. I will never be selling him. He has a nice family tree too, because this was a paint that you had to purchase to get, and so I just kind of bred up his family tree. So he has that paint 3 times, I believe, and then 2 Blanket Appaloosas, and then just a basic paint. But honestly, he's a very good stud horse as well, so I really do like him. Next up is Lion's Venture that I talked about. He's a horse that I purchased. He's cute and everything. I used him as a stud. His family tree honestly wasn't the best, but obviously I worked with it and got some very pretty horses out of it, so not complaining there. Next up we have Model Behavior, and I was working with these paints a while ago, but I've kind of all sold them. He did give me some very, very nice foals. His family tree, I liked his over, say, Lion Venture, just because he has some more paints, which I personally feel like are more fun. And I do like his facial marking as well. We have Infinities Desire. I just purchased this horse because I love black horses, and I adore this horse. I really haven't done much with her, but I do really like her, and I plan on doing stuff with her in the future. Next up, we have Two-Faced. I definitely think that name fits her. I was using her for a breeder for a little bit, but she never really gave me anything too great, and I don't feel like that paint is all too interesting. So, I have her. If I feel like, breeding for those paints in the future, I always can. Then we have We have Shockwave. I have seen some people get some really nice coat colors with this variation. So I definitely do want to breed him in the future. I don't know when. He has not the best family tree, but honestly I'm willing to work with it. So yeah, we might get some really cool foals in the future with him. And then we have Starcross, which she has all max stats. I missed out on one bonus stat, but overall, I love this horse. I want to do racing with her in the future. She was when I was breeding the Dapple horses, which if you follow me on TikTok, you would have saw that, this guy. But she has a nice family tree too. She has this kind of facial marking twice. She has 2 paints. She has Hitman, and then she has the Dapples. And she has given me some pretty nice foals as well, but I definitely will be using her for breeding and racing in the future. Next up, we have Made You Look. This was another horse I purchased. Honestly, not a bad racer, just a nice one to throw in there. This was when I was kind of going to focus on this coat color, but I honestly haven't done much with it. it doesn't interest me all too much, and she also doesn't have the best family tree. So if I ever get bored in the future, that's always something I can try and work with. But for right now, I just kind of use her as a racer. Then we have Third Degree. Now, if you guys are ever going to buy any horse in the game, this is the horse I suggest. Just because she has really good stats, and obviously she's a black horse, and so many people like black horses, so I definitely highly suggest her, and I just really like her preferences too. As you can see, she's never really lost a race, so there is that. Next up, we have the one and the only Milky Way. Now, if anything, she's kind of the star of the stables. As you can see, she has 366 consistent wins, and she's won me over 5 million coins, which is a lot. Her preferences, in my opinion, are nearly perfect, and I love them. And she has all max starting stats and bonus stats as well. Her family tree is nothing all too special. This was when I was like not really breeding for looks, but for stats, and I got her. I remember because I was on my way to a dog show, and I was just like freaking out because I finally got her. But I adore this horse, and she, like I said, is definitely the star of the stables and probably my all-time favorite. Next up, we have Cupids Bow, and Cupids Bow and Love Doctor I got on Valentine's, so that's their names, they kind of go together, but I did purchase these horses. Then we have Bloodbath. Now he has all max stats but 1 and bonus stats. He's the kind of, Appaloosa. Honestly, I do not remember much of his family tree, but I know she was an Appaloosa, Misfortune, we have Fatal Attraction. I really, really like this horse, and that was when I got like back into playing the game after they added foals. Then we have good old Hitman. I kind of really do like his family tree just because I get a lot of paints with him, and he is a very interesting dude indeed. He also has all max stats. Does not have bonus stats, sadly, but he is definitely a good-looking dude. He's not the best for racing, I will say that, so he's kind of just more or less nice to look at, Next up, we have Moneymaker, and she has all max stats plus bonus stats, and she's also not too bad looking as well. This was when I was trying to breed the all max stats with like the Appaloosa butt, and I got it. So I definitely really like her. I want to get her completely maxed out, and she is going to be a perfect horse for live events. Next up, we have Phoenix Rising. This is my favorite horse just to kind of throw in there, and 9 times out of 10 he wins. So this is also a horse I suggest purchasing if you want a good racehorse. Not really the best for live events. There's his family tree if you want to see it, but he is great for just like making money. Then we have good old Saturns Rings. Now all the horses we're going to look at now are horses that I bred before like you could even get foals in the game. So he was my first horse ever, I believe, that had all max stats, so you couldn't even get bonus stats. And honestly, I really like him, and there's like all the memories behind him and everything. And we have Fatal Attraction. I remember Tears of Obsidian too. That's when I would breed black horses, but I really, really do like him. Then we have Sunny Days. I personally just like her for her looks. She has decent stats too, but I've never really seen much of a horse like this. So she probably won't ever be going anywhere. I've considered it just because I need room, but at the same time, I love buckskins, and I love her. Family tree, okay, nothing too major, but she's definitely one of my favorites. Then we have Fatal Attraction. Now he used to be like my all-time favorite horse. He has really nice stats, really nice preferences. He's an awesome racer, and he has that cool facial marking, which back in the day was like really, really rare to get. So he's one of my favorites too, just because I've had him for so long. Then we have good old Stars Eclipse. Now she is the OG of the stables. She's won me many live events, and I don't know, I have a certain respect for her just because like she's been there since almost the beginning, and I would never see myself selling her. Last but not least, we have good old Fever Dream. Now she is more or less one of my project horses because I'm trying to breed for this coat pattern. Family tree wise, she does have 4 blanket Appaloosas, 1 basic paint, but she has a pretty nice family tree, I would say. And I bred her and Coin Operated Thing. And I will show you the foal that I got. Right now, his name is Mountain Meadow. There's his stats. He almost has all max stats except speed and sprint, which are 1 off a piece. I'm trying to get bonus stats with him just because I feel like I will be keeping him. I feel like he's gonna like kind of gray out as he gets older just because his legs are very, very light, but he definitely is even cute as a baby, and he's definitely one that I will be keeping. And if we were gonna analyze what his family tree would look like, we can just go here. So he's gonna have Heartthrob and Infinity Love as his grandparents on his mom's side, and then obviously Fever Dream. And then he is going to have, oh, hang on a second. I actually bred Acid Explosion with him, so excuse me, with her to get that horse. So then on his dad's side, it'll be Acid Explosion, and then Coin Operated Thing, and then Fever Dream again. So he'll have 3 of the really unique paints, Blanket Appaloosa type thing. I'm sure there's a specific word for it that I just don't know. And then he'll have 3 Blanket Appaloosas. So all in all, he's going to be a really good racehorse and a really good stud as well. So I'm excited for him to age up, and if you guys want to see that, make sure to follow me on TikTok at Victoria Breezeforce, because I definitely post a lot of rival stars there if you guys want to see more. But that was all the horses I currently have right now. I go through a lot of horses, so if you want to see some really cool ones, like I said, follow me on TikTok, because I go through horses a lot and pretty fast. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you in the next one, and adios. Thanks for watching.